to plug in. Oh, that would be everybody. Lots and lots and lots of things to plug in. And you've got one outlet, or you've got an old-fashioned surge protector. Well, this is a surge protector on steroids. It's better, and it'll be better, not only for the shape, but the things that you can plug in it, big plugs, weird-looking plugs, weird-shaped plugs that you couldn't do with traditional outlets before. This is brand new. It's from a company called Quirky. Have a better idea? Have a better invention? Quirky specializes in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, along with surge protection, all in a short space. And for $44, it's a good deal, but you're getting 2 and brand new. 2 and brand new. How do you order? You order the white. I've got one here and then one up here. So you're getting 2. So it will be 2 of the white, or the white and what's called the gray, white and the lavender, or white and the mint. That's how that works. All right? So very subtle. Most of it's what just in the outlets themselves, a very subtle change. Here and now, this is what you're not getting. This guy with all these different plugs, and maybe you can't fit them all in there, right? You can't fit another one in there. This could never fit in this guy right here. Wouldn't have room for it. With the Quirky, you can change shape, you can change direction, and you can make it happen. Craig Smith, one of our great tech guests on QVC, and a representative from Quirky is joining us right now. Welcome to my checklist there, Craigster. How you doing, buddy?
Awesome to be here, Rick. Good to see you as always.
Good.
We had this guy on here a couple of years ago, the Pivot Power from Quirky.
We did.
And what's really neat about this is there's so many changes in technology. This is something that hasn't changed since like the 70s. That old school power strip was designed to plug in maybe like 2 lamps and a television set. It wasn't designed for anybody's personal computer. It wasn't designed for people that have printers and Wi-Fi routers and cable boxes and everything else that we want to plug in today. That's what makes this a better power strip. Pivot Power, it's bigger, so it's 17 inches long, but the reason they call it the Pivot Power is it pivots at every point. So you bend it, you shape it, you move it around. So now when you have these awkward plugs, like we have for our iPhones and for our iPads,
Yeah.
and how many people are going the extra mile this year because of the holidays? We're going to add more stuff onto the house because we're staying at home, right? Let's put the train set out again. Let's put all the Christmas houses out again. All those plugs are bigger and they're more awkward. And the Pivot Power, now you can plug everything in. You're going to use all 6 of the ports. You're not going to use 2 or 3 and say, oh, it doesn't fit anymore. This design gives you the ability to plug in every single port.
So what it becomes 2 gifts. Practical present. This is a practical gift for people who have plugs. I love what you said. This hasn't changed since the 70s. So if you want to plug in your 8-track and play Jethro Tull Aqualung, it's perfect for that, right? But we're moving on.
It is for that, yes.
A little bit from that.
We don't do that much anymore, Rick.
We've got what? We still love Jethro Tull Aqualung, just maybe not the 8-track. White and white are your choices. White and the gray, white and the lavender, white and the mint. They're here and now. Okay, take a look at a little tape here and put this to work. Put it into our lives here, Craig.
Sure, because this is going to work in so many different places around your house, Rick. So think about at your bedside table. Maybe you're plugging in a Sleep Number bed and one of those inflatable mattresses. You plug those in. You plug your chargers in for your devices. Then you're going to put it around the Christmas tree because you're plugging in the lights and you're plugging in the candles and the Christmas village. Kitchen, another great spot because now we're plugging in more things. If you haven't upgraded the electronics or the electrical plugs in your home in the last 20 years, think about all the new stuff you've picked up. And a lot of us don't think about that. You're like, oh, wait a second. Yeah, you're right. We didn't have 5 laptops in the house a couple of years ago, but you do have them now with the kids homeschooling or they're doing college from home and you're turning the office the office space is now the dining room table. You need more places to plug in, and these guys just don't do the job. You'll also notice with the traditional power strip, Rick, that all the plugs face in one direction. So either they all face down or they all face out to an angle.
Right.
So when you get that big awkward plug and you stick it in somewhere, you lose access to the plug next to it.
Right.
So I can plug in with a regular power strip here. I can get 3, maybe I could squeeze in 4, but a simple plug like the plug for the iPad or the plug for the iPhone, that doesn't fit in here with everything else that we have. And that's what makes this a better way to plug in your devices. With the Pivot Power, you'll get all 6 ports. You'll put them all to use. because of that flexibility. You bend it, you shape it, whatever works best for you in your home.
5 easy payments of $8.86. One other thing in the last minute that we need to point out. It's a surge protector. And the surge means you got a lot of stuff plugged into this thing. Power goes out. Okay, power goes out. Power comes back on. It's a massive surge of energy, which, if it didn't have surge protection, could literally destroy all those electronic devices. So help me out. Help me save my stuff, if you would, Craig.
That's right. Surge protection is very key. Think about your television set in your family room. You have your TV, you have your gaming system, all the stuff that you have plugged in. If you do get that surge, that can be a problem. This has surge protection built in as well. And that company, Quirky, Rick, they make invention accessible to everybody. This was designed by some guy named Jake in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It wasn't a boardroom that came up with this. A regular person like you or me who said, there's got to be something better than this. This doesn't get the job done. Let's go with the pivot power, because now I can plug everything.
Thank you to Jake from Milwaukee, and thank you to Craig from Westchester, PA, for joining us today. White and white, all you got to choose. Brand new today. 1,000 remaining in white and white. White and gray, 300. There's white and the lavender. White and the mint green. A couple hundred that are remaining there, and you can have it. All right, speaking of color, speaking of choices, let's get cozy. Cozy's the new luxury. Cozy's the new cool. Today's special value is coming up next. I got to let you know, however, that we do have our pick of the second hour. This is latest and greatest. This isn't a